Hello, dear students. I welcome you all in this learning dialogue of sterile manufacturing. Now, we will see the learning outcomes of this learning dialogue. After watching this video, the learners will be able to explain the processing of parent roles, then enlist test for evaluation of parent roles and explain them. So, we will start from processing of parent roles. In the processing of parent roles, there are various steps which are involved in this processing. So, let's see these steps. First step is procurement and selection of component. The initial processing step is procurement of acceptable components. The material which is required for preparation of parent roll is procured, that means purchased first. Majority of these components are taken from their approved stock and only few like WFI, that means water for injection, are manufactured inside the unit. Water for injection is prepared by distillation method. The second step is cleaning of containers and equipments. All equipments used for parenterals should be disassembled to provide internal structure of equipment. All parts should be cleaned using effective detergents and should be protected from contamination. A variety of devices are available for cleaning of containers, from a single jet tube to complex automatic washers which cleans the containers by using distilled water. The third step in the processing of parenterals is sterilization of containers. Generally, sterilization of containers and closures is done by moist heat sterilization, that means by using autoclave. The sterilized containers and closures should be stored in closed container or equipment until they get ready to use. The fourth step in the processing of parenterals is product preparation. Here, actual product or actual parenteral preparation is prepared here or manufactured here. Okay, it consists of various steps. Firstly, washing of containers, then dissolving the actual ingredients in the vehicle, then adjustment of volume and pH, filtration of solution. Then the fifth step is filling procedure. After the product preparation, there is filling procedure. During filling of containers with the product, the most stringent requirement must be exercised to prevent contamination, particularly in product that has been sterilized by the filtration method. Thus, this operation should be carried out in the aseptic filling area. The liquid products are more radially subdivided uniformly than the solid product. After the filling procedure, the sixth step is sealing procedure. Now we have filled our parenteral product into the container. Now we have to seal it. In the sealing procedure, Sealing of the filled container should be done immediately by tip sealing or pull sealing to prevent the product contamination. The vials and bottles are closed by rubber closures aseptically. The rubber closures may held in place by means of aluminum cap. Now, the seventh step, that means seventh step in the processing of parenterals is terminal sterilization. The terminal sterilization, the parenteral product should be sterilized immediately after its sealing. Thermolabile substances are sterilized by non-thermal processes. So the non-thermal process is like a filtration. Since heat may affect the substances, it is of limited value. Moist heat sterilization, that means autoclaving, is most widely used sterilization process for aqueous solution and substances which can withstand high penetration of steam. Radiation sterilization, also used for dry solids, and lyophilization or freeze drying is used for hormones and blood products. So all this is about processing of parenterals. In the processing of parenterals, all these seven steps are important. Now we will move towards evaluation of parenterals. For the evaluation of parenterals, four tests should be carried out, like sterility test, pyrogen test, liquor test, and clarity test. So let's see one by one. First one is the sterility test. The product is being tested, filtered through membrane filter, which is then transferred to a sterile media and incubated at definite temperature at period of time. The test results, either positive or negative, depend on the growth of microorganisms. Additives like antimicrobials and certain drugs like antibiotics and sulfonamides may produce false taste. So, the product containing antimicrobial drugs such as penicillin, sulfa drugs have to be tested in presence of antagonistic materials. Example is penicillin in presence of penicillinase and sulfa drugs in presence of PABA, that means para amino benzoic acid. The nutrient medium must be sterile and able to produce microbial growth in it. If the test for sterility shows no microbial growth, the product is considered to be sterile. If the test shows microbial growth, the test is repeated twice or thrice to check for accidental contamination. That means there should not be any accidental contamination. If again the test fails, the product is considered as non-sterile. Microbes present means product is non-sterile, hence test fails, and microbes absent means product is sterile, hence test is passes. This test is performed under aseptic technique under laminar airflow system. Second test is pyrogen test. Pyrogens are metabolic products of living or dead microorganisms. Chemically, pyrogens are lipopolysaccharides which cause rise in body temperature after administration. Pyrogens are thermostable and soluble in water. They are unaffected by the bactericide and can pass through bacteria proof filter. The pyrogen test is done on selected healthy rabbits of either sex. It is performed in two stages. These two stages are preliminary test and main test. So, let's see preliminary test. Preliminary test is also known as sham test, which is carried on rabbits which are being used for pyrogen test for first time, or the animal not used from previous 2 weeks, is done to condition the rabbits. It is performed for 1 to 3 days by giving a warm solution of either sterile water for injection or sterile saline at a dose of 10 ml per kg body weight. Recording of body temperature prior to 90 minutes for 3 hours is done. If any rabbit shows a temperature difference of zero point 0.6 degrees Celsius or more, then it is not used for the test. This rabbit should shows the temperature difference below the 0.6 degrees Celsius. Okay, now we will see the main test. It is performed initially on a group of 3 rabbits. They are placed into animal holder box. A thermometer is inserted into the rectum of these rabbits. The product being tested is warmed at 38 degrees Celsius. Then it is injected in the ear of marginal ear vein of the rabbit. Before the administration of the product, the initial temperature, which is the mean temperature recorded at 60 and 90 minutes, is recorded. The recording is continued to further 3 hours at an interval of 30 minutes. The maximum temperature is recorded. Finally, response is calculated by subtracting the initial temperature from maximum temperature shown by the animal. In the interpretation of result, if the sum of responses of a group of 3 rabbits does not exceed 1.4 degrees Celsius, and if the response of individual rabbit is less than 0.6 degrees Celsius, the preparation being examined passes the test. If preparation fails the test, then continue test using 5 more rabbits, means the total 8 rabbits. If not more than 3 of 8 rabbits shows individual response of 0.6 degrees Celsius or more, and if the sum of response of the group of 8 rabbits does not exceed 3.6 degrees Celsius, the preparation passes the test. Okay, there is one more test in the pyrogen test, that is LAL test. It means Limulus amoebocyte lysate is a vitro type of test performed to detect pyrogens and bacterial endotoxins of gram negative bacteria. Limulus amoebocyte lysate is an aqueous extract of blood cells from the horseshoe crab. That Limulus amoebocyte lysate is react with bacterial endotoxins or lipopolysaccharides, which is a membrane component of gram-negative bacteria. If pyrogens are present in our sample to be tested, then it is combined with lysate of horseshoe crab or to form a coagulase, and that coagulase hydrolyze a specific bond of coagulogen protein present in the blood and produce clot. Okay, now we will move towards Likert test. It is performed by producing a negative pressure within an incompletely sealed ampule while the ampule is entirely submerged in a deep colored dye solution. 1% methylene blue solution is usually used for this test. After releasing the vacuum, the colored dye solution enters in the incompletely sealed ampule if there is. And next test is clarity test. This test is done by using human visual inspection under good light against black and white background as you seen in this image. While white screen is used for dark colored particles, while black screen is used for detection of light colored particles. USP has established microscopic test method for large volume parenterals. It consists of filtering a measured sample solution through membrane filter under ultra clean condition and then the particles on the surface of filter microscope. So all this is about evaluation of parenterals. There are totally 4 tests. First one is the sterility test, then pyrogen test, then Likert test, and last one is the clarity test. There will be a question endless test for evaluation of parenterals. Thank you students for watching this video.